Great. And I believe that when you're trying to reach out to our office and somehow, something has been holding on,
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, I mean, so anyways, it's good that you joined the session. So Kuheli, what do you think we should start? Or are we expecting more participants?
and I think we can start as of now. And if
Okay,
someone else will join, then probably I'll send them the recording part of it so that
sure.
they
Yeah, I'm not going to delay it further because it's already 20 minutes in the session. Okay,
can.
great. So, good evening, everyone. So, my name is Vivek Kumar, and I'm going to take this session for all of you. So I run my own digital marketing agency. So this is me, and I run my own digital marketing agency. I'm a certified professional. I hold a lot of certifications in the domain of digital marketing, and I've trained more than 5,000 professionals. So this is an old PPT. I think I've been using it for almost like 2 years now. So I need to update this. So I do a lot of corporate training. I work with lots of e-learning platforms. Like some of them are simplylearn.com. So I'm the lead digital marketing trainer with Simplylearn, and ZeroLearn USA. So that's another company for which I provide training. And there's a UK based company called as Wonderman. So for Wonderman, I take their training. And besides that, I do a lot of corporate workshops. I go to colleges. I have my own independent classroom training, and as well as the live online training, which you are seeing right now. So I have close to 9.5 years of experience, and I started working in the IT sector. Where I was working on a CRM, and then I probably decided that I should move from a CRM to the online marketing part, and this is where my journey in digital marketing started. Okay, so I work as a growth hacker with a lot of big brands which I cannot really disclose. So growth hacking is a very specialized domain, and it's basically someone who is an expert in digital marketing with tons of experience. That guy can handle that part of the marketing, which we term as growth hacking. So I'll give you an example of what growth hacking is all about. So let's say Uber has a mobile app, and now Uber wants to uh, have 1 million downloads or 10 million downloads, let's say in a week or so. So we as a hackers would work upon and will try to bring both technical as well as marketing strategies where the growth can become exponential for them. So that's the term growth. So this is what we're looking for. And the growth criteria could be anything for any company. So sometimes it could be about revenue. Sometimes it could be bringing more users or more downloads, more subscriptions, depending upon the company objectives, right? Now, one of the ways you can become a growth hacker in the future is once you get in hang of all the aspects of digital marketing. So there are a lot of different domains in digital marketing like SEO, social media marketing, email marketing, pay per click, web analytics, and so on, right? So our course also covers most of these and few others which we'll be talking about. So if you have a hang of or a really good hang of all these domains, you have the capabilities of becoming a CRO expert and growth hacker. That's a bigger career path in the future, right? So now we'll focus on the smaller components of that, and we'll see how it can help you. Okay. So this is how I'm going to place this session. We'll start with the basic overview of what digital marketing is, and also talking about what digital marketing is not, and what are the different kind of myths and misconceptions surrounding digital marketing. Because you might be hearing a lot of stuffs from people in the market about digital marketing, so we need to burst these myths, and then we'll be talking about some of the very important components of digital marketing, and we'll be comparing how it stands against the traditional form of advertisement like TV, radio, and print, etc., and the exact process, how it works, and some of the approaches, metrics, etc. And finally, we'll talk about the certifications, the career path, and also the tools and softwares, and the scenarios surrounding the jobs and salary in digital marketing. So this is a very basic session, and you don't expect me to work upon the tools and the platforms because we hardly run out of time. So I'm going to give you a brief introduction of this, and so that you will know in a better way. So now, most of us would believe that irrespective of what we intend to buy, or even find as an information will always go online. So even if you're planning to, let's say, buy a property, let's say you stay in Gurgaon and you want to buy a property worth of 1 crore. So before making that decision of buying the property, you would like to explore more and more information about that online, and you will try to read the reviews. Maybe you will visit the developer's website, you will go to the third party websites which recommends this property and so on. So there's a lot of information online, and as a customer we try to find them as much as possible, and we try to, and from a business perspective it's really important to make sure that if customers are trying to find that information, that your business must exist over there. Now another thing is, it's not about people searching for information. A lot of time we need to reach out to the most appropriate customers. Okay, so let's say if I'm trying to sell a real estate property worth of 1 crore, so I might be having uh, an image or visualization of my ideal customer. So I can think of maybe that customer is having a certain kind of salary or income capacity which he can spend on buying that product or project rather over here. And maybe he belongs to a certain kind of social and economic strata, right? So those are the kind of things which will help us define our ideal customer, and now we can target these ideal customers on any platform. So maybe my customer could be watching a Netflix movie, and I can target him while he's watching that movie with the help of one of the ads. Maybe my customer is having chat with his friends. Maybe he's trying to spend some time on Instagram and trying to like a photo. And maybe our then we can reach out to those customers on these particular platforms. So there's no dearth of platforms on which we cannot in which we can reach out to our customers. No, initially, digital marketing was referred as an internet marketing, web marketing, or online marketing. So these were some of the popular terms. Now, the reason we have shifted and changed this to digital marketing is because nowadays almost every device is being digitally connected. Now you have smartphones, you have tablets, you have computers, you have digital billboards. I mean, those of you might be wondering, there are digital billboards on airports and some of the popular malls and all. They are also digitally connected, and we have an ability to serve the advertisements dynamically on those digital billboards. Okay? And even the gaming consoles and some of the devices like smartwatches and all. So all of these are connected digitally, and we have the capacity to deliver our marketing message or advertisement on these platforms. Okay, so that's why it's a more inclusive term, digital marketing, rather than saying that it's internet marketing or so on. Okay. Now, these are a few of the myths. A lot of you don't come from a marketing background, and I don't believe that it's actually required. Of course, you need to understand some of the basic concepts and frameworks in marketing, which will be teaching you in the course. But it's not a mandatory that you should have an MBA or you should be um, someone with a knowledge in marketing. Okay, I mean, it can be an advantage for you, but it's never a blockage that you cannot start a career in digital marketing. A lot of people would tell you that okay, it's since the word digital is there, so it's highly technical or maybe technology driven. So I can say it's a technology driven, but technology only acts as an enabler. So you don't have to code, you don't have to type anything like a programming language in this. So basically, you just need to be comfortable working on a computer screen and mobile phones, and that's the basic thing. So if you can browse internet, you can maybe book your Ola cab or some certain things like these. So I think you are good enough to have the skill set required to work as a digital marketer. Okay, and creating a website is never enough for digital marketing. So those of you who believe that simply putting a website can bring you business, it's not true. So it's almost like trying to open a store in a shopping mall, and you expect people to start flowing to your store from the day one. So you might be visiting lots of shopping malls, and there's a probability that maybe only 10 out of 100 of stores there have a very good business, and 90 of them are not really having that great business. It's all about promotion. It's all about reaching out to the ideal customers. So that's what we're going to cover in this course. Now, I'm going to talk about some of the most important components of digital marketing so that it gives you a fair understanding of how digital marketing works. So there are lots of tools, techniques, and platforms which we're going to cover in this course. And these are some of the most important ones. So the first one is search engine optimization. So search engine optimization, it's also known as SEO. So if you're searching for something in Google, let's say you're searching for, maybe I'll just give you an example, going to the screen, and so don't get scared seeing multiple tabs in my browser. Okay, so this is how most of the digital marketers would work.
Can I interrupt you?
Yeah, sure, please.
Yeah. Actually, I can't see your screen, so I'm wondering if others can.
Okay, guys, you cannot see my screen?
No, we can't. I mean, it's just.
So sorry, I actually forgot to share the screen. I think now you might be
Yeah,
seeing.
now it's, yeah, it's.
Okay,
Okay.
really sorry, guys. So I hope not too many things are fast. Anyways, yeah. So I'll share this PPT with you anyway. So I'll ask Kohali to share this PPT with you.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'll
Oh,
just go through the slides which I've covered. So maybe it will help you understand. So this was basically about me and my introduction, and then we talked about the topics which we're going to cover in this particular webinar. Okay, and and this is what we were talking about, the definition of digital marketing. So how digital marketing is a more inclusive term rather than saying online marketing or internet marketing, right? Then just a second, guys. Oh, so can you mute yourself? Okay, yeah, thanks. Right, and we were talking about some of these myths which surrounds around digital marketing, like maybe only engineers or MBAs or marketers can take up, or we're talking about highly technical terms and things happening in digital marketing. So it's never the case actually. And this is where we started discussing. So this is where we'll be focusing on each of the components. So the first thing is SEO, and I'm going to show you what exactly we mean by SEO. So let's say this is our clients. Okay, so this is one of our clients, and this client is located in a country called Saudi Arabia. Okay, so these guys, they offer some luxury villas and apartments in that particular region. So this is one of the terms, search queries, I would say, luxury compounds in Al Khobar. So compounds is a term given to society, what we call you have apartments in India, and then you have a bigger society which consists of multiple apartments. So they call that as a compound in that particular region. So their customers search by these kind of terms, and they wanted to appear in the top. The reason, it's very simple. If you are there on the top, so this is our client, they are ranking on the first position. So when they're ranking in the first position, so they generate lots of inquiries, right? So people can connect to them, they can make a call, they can connect, go to their website, they can even drive to their direction, to the compound directly with the help of this. And you can see this is our client. So we have this local map rankings, and then they have the regular camp rankings over here. So ideally, customers would not search for a business name unless until you are a very popular brand like Nike or Reebok or Apple iPhone. So in that case, maybe, I mean, customer will use your branded terms and names. In that case, it becomes a little easier for you to rank for these kind of keywords because you have the brand name, you have the branded domain name, etc. But most of the cases, customers would look for something like this. So luxury compounds in Al Khobar could be one of the terms, or maybe it could be something like, let's say, Chinese restaurants nearby me. So you would like to find some Chinese restaurants next to your house, right? So you can simply enter this, and you don't know which is the best restaurant or for that matter, right? So the job of SEO is to make sure that when people are searching for your product related information or service related information, your website should be coming up in the top results. And another reason is 70% of the clicks which happens in Google, which comes from the top 10 listings, and almost 50% of them would come from the top 3 listings. So this is how the SEO can have an impact. So now imagine if 1,000 people are searching for this term, and maybe 300 people can click on my client websites. So now maybe they can get 30 or 50 or 60 additional links, and that's a lot of number for a real estate company like these, right? That's how the big impact an SEO can create. Okay, so in this course we'll be learning a lot of things related to SEO. There are different processes in SEO, like on page and off page. There's a page speed, so many variations of the SEO. So we'll be covering the best practices about some of the tools and platforms which can be used by the marketers to optimize their website for SEO. Now the next part is search engine marketing. Search engine marketing is a more inclusive term. So it's also called as SEM. Now it includes two things, which is SEO, and then we have the paid advertisements. So I'm sure that you guys might be searching for a lot of products online. Like let's say I want to search for Reebok shoes for men. So when I search for this, now apart from the regular listings in the Google, you will see that a lot of advertisements are coming up on the top. So these are the labels which an ad will have: sponsored and ad, right? So these are actually the paid results. Now, why would a company need a paid result? So let's say if my client is not able to rank in the top results, uh, which are basically the organic results, and because of the SEO, so that client might still run their advertisements, the paid advertisements, and they can make sure that they appear in the top and they get some clicks and traffic to the website, and generate some sales or leads online. So basically you need to have a mix of both the strategy, the organic or the non-paid strategy, which is a part of SEO, and which is where these website listings would come up. You can see there's no label such as ad or sponsored next to these, right? So these are the organic or non-paid listings, okay? And this is because of the SEO. And what we're talking about is these kind of listing, which is a part of SEM, and they are paid ads. They're also called as PPC or pay-per-click marketing, okay? So that's the term which we use for the paid advertisements, and I'll talk about that as well. So PPC is pay-per-click marketing, right? So basically, you pay to Google only if somebody clicks on your advertisement. So if nobody clicks on your advertisement, you're not going to pay to Google. So that's why the system works, and that's the reason it's called as pay per click marketing. So that's a more performance oriented advertisement style as compared to the traditional TV styles of advertisement, such as radio, print, etc. So wherein you have to pay a certain amount of money to get your advertisement printed in a national newspaper, right? And you have to pay lakhs and lakhs of rupees for that. It doesn't matter, I mean, whether you get some calls, inquiries, or website visits or not. So you already paid a fixed amount. So that's how the traditional marketing would work. No, I'll be talking about social media marketing. So social media marketing, I think you might be familiar with most of the popular social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and a lot of others, which are popular in some other countries, right? So no, and yes, not to forget YouTube. So YouTube is a very huge. So what we're talking about in social media marketing is, again, two parts. One is the paid one and one is the non-paid one. So just like SEM, where you have SEO and paid advertisements, now in social media, you have an optimization part where you can optimize your content. And then you have a paid advertisement where you can reach out to your ideal customer on the basis of certain demographic and geographical criteria, along with their interest and behaviors. So what I'm talking about is, let's say, let's go to our Facebook and try to understand. So, so this is my Facebook, right? And as a user, when you go through your Facebook feed, you will see the feed from basically the post from the groups and the pages which you're following, and also from your friends. And besides that, there's a lot of sponsored or the paid results which are coming up in Facebook, right? And you would agree that most of us would hardly go to a group or page. Most of the time we open the Facebook, we interact with our friends in the chat, and then we go through the newsfeed, we scroll the newsfeed, and we go through the latest updates from the pages and the groups which we follow, right? And this is where we consume the content. So if you're watching a video, if you're reading a blog or something like that, so all these kind of things you'll be seeing uh, over here in your Facebook newsfeed. So now you can see there would be certain kind of interactions and engagements on these Facebook posts. So there will be people who will be making comments, they will be sharing your content, there are people who like your content, and there will be certain number of reach for each of the post. Not everyone who sees this post would be liking it or putting a comment and share. So it might be possible that this post has reached out to 10,000 people, and out of these 10,000 people, only 140 have liked this post or made a comment or share. So the first objective for us in marketing would be to increase the reach of the post which you are seeing on your Facebook page. So if you want to reach out to, let's say, 10,000 people, you'll have to optimize, you'll have to implement certain techniques which will help you reach out to those 10,000 people. Maybe your current post reach is only about 5,000 people. So now you want to reach out to more people organically. So there are a lot of techniques, a lot of methods which will be teaching you, and which will basically help you to increase both the reach and the impression of your post, and also the engagement level on your post. Now, one of the basic algorithm in every social media platform, whether you talk about Facebook, whether you talk about you know LinkedIn or Twitter or Instagram, so everyone has this one thing wherein you need they need better engagement, right? So let's compare the things. Let's say this is one of the posts from India Today, and you can see there are only 4 likes. And then there's this post from the Quint, and you can see there are 140 likes, and there are lots of comments and shares. Now what Facebook will see is, when they will compare these two posts, one from India Today, and one from the Quint. So they will see that the Quint post is having more engagement in terms of likes, comments, and shares. And what they will try to do is they will try to increase their reach on the basis of the engagement level. So it basically has a multiplying effect. Let's say my initial reach for this post was 10,000. So now I reached out to 10,000 people, and out of these 10,000 people, only 4 of them have liked this post. Now, Facebook will try to reach out to the extended network of these 4 people who have liked this post, and it might help them get maybe 1,000 additional impressions. And likewise, depending upon the number of friends which these 4 people have, right? So that's how they get an extended reach on the post. Okay. Now, the same thing would apply to this post, and now you can see the difference. So now this post, let's say even this post has an initial reach and impression of 10,000 people. And out of these 10,000 people, so many of them have made a comment, so many of them have liked this post and shared this post. So maybe from 10,000, it can become 100,000 or 1 lakh, right? So that's how the reach can increase. So basically you'll have to think about the factors, we'll have to or apply certain optimization techniques so that your reach and engagement level increases, and that will give you further reach and engagement. So that's what you do on each of the platforms in social media. right? Now, talking about the paid ones, like the one which I was showing you. So this is a sponsored result, and I'll just change my tab. So this is an ad manager account in the Facebook. So, similar to this, every platform in social media, whether it's a Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, so everyone has a paid advertisement account. So if you want to reach out to people, you can create different kind of uh, campaigns, and then you can get the desired results. So let's say you have a mobile app like Uber. So Uber wants to promote their mobile app, so they can probably look for this kind of promotion which says app installs. So app installs is one of the techniques with the help of which Uber will be able to promote their app to more and more people who can download their app, right? So if you want to generate leads, you can see there's a lead generation campaign in Facebook. So likewise, there are many other things depending upon your business objectives. You can find a lot of these kind of promotional methods. Okay, so this is about social media marketing. Now, the next very important thing is blogging and email marketing. So it's all about the power of content in digital marketing, and nothing comes closer to these two platforms. Now, blogging works in a way that you want to have an you want to show your expertise and authority in a certain domain. So in that way, you can put across your thoughts in the form of blogs, and these blogs can help you gain some subscribers, followers, and at the same time, you get lots of visits to your website or blog, right? And then you can use that base of subscribers and the traffic to convert them into a paying customer. So there are different ways in which a blogger can earn. Yeah, you might be hearing a lot about influencer marketing. So influencer marketing is done by the bloggers who have large followings. Like if you have 1 million followers, or maybe 10,000 followers for that matter, so brands can hire you and you can endorse the products for the brands. Let's say you're working with a mobile phone company like OnePlus 60. Now, OnePlus 60 can hire you and tell you that, okay, you publish a post related to OnePlus 60 on your social media channel and your blog, and maybe we're going to pay you $1,000 or $2,000 for writing a review for a phone. And sometimes, depending upon the following size, they can offer you a free phone, maybe more money like 5,000, 10,000. So that would be driven by the number of followers and subscribers which you have, and also the niche in which you operate. So you can discover your hobbies, you can discover your passion and interest in the form of blogging, and then you can use the traffic to earn money. Now, another method which a lot of bloggers apply is affiliate marketing. So this is the one we are talking about. So affiliate marketing is a commission-based marketing. So what I mean by this is, let's say Amazon is running an offer on OnePlus 60, and you guys are not only covering the reviews about Amazon product, but you're also sharing a link for the Amazon store. So if somebody clicks on that Amazon link and they buy the OnePlus 60 in this case, so Amazon will pay you a certain amount as a commission. So maybe that phone is of, let's say, 36,000, and Amazon tells you that if you get a sale, maybe I'll pay you 5% or 10% of that value. So in that case, you'll get 1,800 or 3,600 rupees as a commission or as a payout for driving traffic and sales to the Amazon website for that particular product. So this is another popular method which a lot of bloggers would apply. So again, I mean, it can be applied to anything. So let's say if you're a travel blogger, you can endorse Make My Trip or such kind of websites. Let's say you're a beauty blogger, then you can endorse L'Oreal or Dove or any such kind of product. So likewise, you can have your own competency and niche in which you can promote the third party products. Now, another popular method for the bloggers is earning through the advertisements. Okay, I'll show you what exactly I mean by this. So I'll take you to one of the blogs to show this. So let's say this is one of the blogs, beauty blogs, okay? And you can see there are lots of content over there. So besides content, you'll see some of the advertisements coming up, right? So there's an advertisement for hair loss, and there might again, so there's again another advertisement for hair loss. And let's say I click on this one. So you can see there's advertisement coming from this e-commerce company. So they're selling these kind of products, right? Snapdeal. So these are advertisements, and as a blogger, you have the ability to place these advertisements. So you can register with a program called as Google AdSense, and there's another program called as Facebook Instant Articles. And likewise, there are other independent networks, but Google and Facebook are the major networks when it comes to ad. So now Google and Facebook can place advertisements on your blog. And if somebody clicks on these advertisements, you'll get a commission again out of that. Or not exactly commission, I would say, a share in the money which these platforms, Google and Facebook, would earn from the advertiser. So in this case, Snapdeal is the advertiser. And let's say Snapdeal might be paying 50 rupees for a single click on this advertisement. So maybe Google will share 20 or 30 rupees for a single click on this advertisement to this particular blog owner. Okay. So that's another method where you can monetize the traffic, right? So these are the different methods in which a blogger can earn money, and not only blogger. In fact, even if you're selling a product or service, you need a blog. You need a content strategy so that even though your customers are not buying from you, they can visit your website or blog on a regular basis, and so that when they intend to buy from you, they will prefer buying from you, not from your competitor. So let's say you have a e-commerce website for home decor and furnishings. So not every day your customer will buy from you. So in that case, what they can do is they can read your blog. Maybe you can share some tips and tricks for a kitchen or something like that. And then they will read those blogs on a regular basis. And maybe after a couple of months, they intend to buy from you. So they will remember your name, your brand, and they will go to your e-commerce store. So that's how the blogging can help you. And not to forget about the mention of SEO. So SEO is driven highly by blogging, because for SEO of your website, you need a lot of content, and this is where blogging can help you a lot, right? Now, email marketing, a lot of people believe that it's a very spammy thing, but you would be surprised to know that email marketing is the best marketing channel when it comes to digital marketing. Okay, and in fact, most of the companies prefer doing email marketing as compared to any other form of marketing, because email marketing is the cheapest and yet one of the most effective marketing strategies till this day. So I guess whenever you subscribe to a particular website or blog, or you become a registered user on a website, let's say Amazon or something like that, so in that case, you always would be receiving notifications, email notifications. And even if I assume that you ignore 99 of their mails out of the 100 emails which you received, maybe there's one single email which you opened and clicked out of those 100 emails, and that one email would bring revenue to that company. And when you think about the cost which has taken for this company to deliver 100 emails to you as a customer, it's almost like peanuts. So even one email in a single year can give them more revenue than as compared to the social media clicks and paid clicks and all. So that's why every company, whether it's a small company or bigger company, they want to build a list of customers where they can have their email numbers and phone numbers, so that they can use this data to approach the customers directly through different channels like email, WhatsApp, and some other ones, right? So that's where the email and such kind of communication can help you. Now we were talking about WhatsApp, and there are a lot of other things which are present on mobile. Not only WhatsApp, so even your website can be customized according to the mobile devices. We call them as mobile responsive websites. So you might remember looking at some of the ugly websites which are not really adjustable according to your mobile devices. So maybe the font would look bigger, the screen would not be aligned to the device size, and so on, so many things. So those kind of things doesn't really work in these days. You need to make sure that your website is ready for multiple devices and any kind of screen sizes. So whether you're viewing the website on a 4-inch screen or 6-inch screen, so you need to ensure that your website is perfectly visible to your customers. And besides that, one of the beautiful things about mobile marketing is it captures a lot of data from the customer. Now, this could be related to time, this could be related to location, this could be related to the customer behavior, like what kind of apps they are using, what kind of things they're doing in the mobile devices. All these kind of data gets captured, and now the marketers can promote any product on the basis of that. So let's say you have an inclination towards reading a lot of sports related news. So now as a marketer, I can think of promoting some sports equipment, maybe promoting some sports event to you, because I know that you are interested in sports, or maybe a very particular kind of sports. So these kind of things can be done very easily with mobile marketing, because of the data which is available to the customers. No, talking about data, it's not that uh, your personal data becomes visible to the marketers. So they still don't know your name, they still don't know your email ID or whatever you have, but they will know certain attributes about you as a customer. Like they would know which age group you belong to, which gender you are from, maybe the location, maybe your background, as in what kind of things you like to do, your hobbies and interests because of the things which you have been surfing on the internet, right? So these kind of data could be used for promotion of any product and reaching out to you with a marketing message. Now, content marketing is really important. As I keep telling you, the content is almost like a food to digital marketing. So you need content for almost everything which you do, whether you need to create advertisements, whether you need to create a blog, whether you need to write an email newsletter, right? And one of the things is which is very important for content is content creation is only a smaller part of that. And now you need to ensure that when you publish a content, that content can serve a larger purpose to your company. So I was giving you an example of Facebook, and I told you that in Facebook, uh, you publish a post, and if your post gets more engagement, so that would give you more reach and better more impressions for the customers. So it's totally driven by this important component which is called as marketing. So if your content can be promoted to more and more audience, that content can become really successful. So you not only have to think about creating really powerful content, but also how to promote that content, and this is where content marketing would come into picture. So we'll talk about the different methods, how we can reach out to more audience. So it's not that you publish a blog on your website and you forget about that. So thinking that because we have done really good SEO, so everyone will come to your blog. Now you have to reach out to more and more people. You have to find alternate channels like social media, maybe some forums, directories, and there are Wikipedia websites, and there are a lot of other platforms and channels which will help you to promote your content. So more than content creation, it's the content marketing which is really important for you. Now, this one, web analytics, is kind of a mirror for everything which you do online. So, one of the most important things which distinguishes digital marketing from traditional marketing is that it provides you data. So, in traditional marketing like TV, it's very difficult for you to judge if, let's say, a TV set is on in my home. So advertiser would not be able to accurately see who is watching the TV, whether it's my mother who is watching the TV, whether it's my wife or me or whoever, right? It's very difficult for them to judge this. But now, with the help of web analytics, you can capture a lot of customer data. So you would know which customer has clicked on your advertisement, what kind of age group that person belongs to, what kind of interest or hobbies that person has, how much time he spends on a website, uh, which pages he has accessed, which video he has watched on your website, which buttons or links he has clicked. So everything what customer does online gets recorded, and that gets reported with your with a web analytic tool, right? So this is where it's very important because it gives you very good insights about your audience, and then you can use that data for a better marketing or targeting in this case. So that's how it is. So till now, any questions? In case if you guys have any questions, you can ask me, or shall I move ahead?
Kalpana, Arpana, and Deepak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can move ahead actually.
Okay, great. So, yeah. So we were talking about some of the most important components of digital marketing, right? Now, this is where digital marketing distinguishes itself from traditional marketing. So most of the things in traditional marketings are not measurable, and you need to have an entry level cost. Like if you want to put your advertisement on uh, TV advertisement, so you would need lakhs of rupees to put your ad on TV. But if you want to run a TV, ad on Facebook, let's say you have only $50 in your pocket, you can actually put your ad on Facebook. And even you don't want to spend that $50, maybe you just want to do it for free of cost, you can actually do that with an organic optimization of your social media accounts and your website. So that's how that's one of the biggest factors or differentiators um, for both of these, sorry, digital marketing. No, it's always interactive. It's driven by the clicks, watches, and so many other kind of form of interactions like download, etc. It's highly response driven. So you pay to the networks like Google and Facebook depending upon the responses. So like if I want to run a lead generation campaign for a real estate company, so I will only pay to Google or Facebook if I generate leads. Otherwise, I will not pay to them. Okay. So that's the kind of thing you can do in digital marketing. It's probably not possible in traditional marketing most of the time. And because of so many reports and data which we get, we can optimize our campaigns. We can work upon the cost. We can improve the campaign performance and also reduce the cost for the clicks and any kind of performance which you want to measure. So now these are some of the factors or advantages, I would say, again in the favor of digital marketing. So it provides you a level playing field. That means business of any kind can promote them on social and digital media. So if you are a small home-based business, you can do your promotion online. And even if you're a big MNC, you can do that. So it provides a level playing field. So there's nothing like an entry barrier for any advertiser in digital marketing. Then you have a reduced cost, as I was talking about. You can always look into the reports, you can measure them, you measure your efforts, and you can optimize them on the basis of these real-time results. And you can always refine your strategy and reduce the cost and increase the performance of your campaign. So that's something which you can do in digital marketing in real time. It gives you a lot of good exposure in terms of your content being reached to a lot of people. I mean, you can just imagine if you want to reach out to someone in the USA from India, you can actually do that. So this is a kind of exposure which you can get in social and digital media. And I mean, how the content goes viral. So you can work upon the optimization, you can work upon the uniqueness of your content, and once you get that right, so your content has an ability to viral on the different platforms. It helps you in brand building. So the more you see a brand, you prefer to buy from them, right? So the one of the reason that you buy from Apple is because you have been hearing a lot about Apple. So you know it helps you in building a brand. So let's say you open a restaurant, a Chinese restaurant, and there are 10 different competitors in your particular street. So now if your brand starts appearing more number of times to the customers nearby your business, so they will definitely like to try your restaurant first as compared to the other restaurants. And of course, there are so many other factors like reviews and optimization, etc. Right? So all of these things can lead you to a better brand development, and all of these things can be done at a very lesser cost as compared to most of the traditional form of advertisements like TV, radio, and print. And not to forget engagement level. So people engage with your content, so they like, they put comments, they share. So this basically gives you more reach and impressions. So that's again something which is missing in traditional media. So even if you like something in traditional media, there's no way you can share these things apart from the word of mouth, like maybe talking to one or few of your friends. But no, if you do the same thing like sharing the content on your social media wall like Facebook, so maybe there are 500 friends and they can see what exactly is the content which you like. So this is one of the biggest differentiators again, right? And these are some of the things like you can do a geographical targeting, like you can select the region, city, or state, and reach out to a global audience. And as I told you that even from a cost perspective, it's very effective, and you can start with any smaller cost, unlike most of the traditional marketing. As you can see the cost, like for a newspaper ad, you can maybe you're paying 10 to 15 lakhs, and for TV advertisement you can put 5 to 10 lakhs for one single slot of advertisement, right? So that's how expensive it is. So the entire digital marketing is based around these things. You have a precise targeting. So let's say if I have a training program and I want to reach out to people who are looking for a job, maybe who are interested in marketing, so I can do these kind of precise targeting with the help of my campaign. When it comes to execution, it can be real quick. So it will hardly take me 5 minutes or even lesser sometimes to create an advertisement and make that advertisement live. So that's how quickly I can roll out an advertisement. So if I decide that I have to launch my campaign tonight, so I can do that in within 5 minutes, right? Then it's highly measurable. As I told you that every point of data is being collected about the clicks, impressions, the type of audience, etc. So you can use that decision. You can use that data to make a better decision and make your campaign more cost effective. Now, this is how we spend time on digital media. So these are the four important components: listening, communicating, creating and experimenting, and tracking. Now, listening is basically all about observation. I'm sure you guys might be using a lot of hashtags in your Instagram or Facebook, and then you might have heard about keywords a lot. Now, these are all the methods of listening. So, if somebody is searching for, let's say, food blogger and types hashtag food blogger, so now as a brand, you can see how many people actually search for food blogger in the world, and then you can use that hashtag, and then you can use that in the content or your blog and find people who interact with these kind of hashtags, and you can target them because they are the one who are searching for these kind of hashtags, right? Many times people mention about your business or brand online, like maybe people are putting really bad reviews about Amazon services. Now, it's very easy for Amazon to use certain tools and find out those bad reviews or good reviews about the business and even about their competitors. So this is what we call as listening. So you can listen to your customers, what they're talking about, what they're posting, what they're sharing, and what kind of words and keywords and hashtags they're using. And you can track all of these things, and you can plan and strategize your marketing campaigns according to them. And this is where the communication part would come into picture. So communication is all about putting your content and reaching out to the right customers. Now that you have listened, let's say you can see that maybe 10,000 people are complaining about Flipkart as a bad service provider. So now, if you guys are Amazon, so as an Amazon, you can target these 10,000 customers just because now you have listened to them, you have the data saying that, okay, maybe Deepak is one of the guys who has put the bad review. Maybe uh, there's Preeti who has also mentioned the bad review about Flipkart. So now Amazon has an opportunity to reach out to both Preeti and Deepak over here, and putting up a communication message where they highlight things related to their service. So now they don't want to sell their products, they want to highlight on this important component of their business, which is service. They will post about their service, how they have this Amazon Prime service, how they are willing to deliver your goods in maybe the next 24 hours or so. So that will be put in their marketing communication. So this is the another step, and this is one very important component. So where you can think about both organic and the paid content. Now, the third component is about creating and experimenting. So, if you think about TV advertisement, it's very expensive, right? So, you have to shoot a film with a celebrity, and then you have to buy the advertisement slots on TV, and then you can run that advertisement campaign. And if anything wrong happens, incorrectly or goes wrong with your TV campaigns, you would have already spent crores of rupees in those TV advertisements. So there's very lesser chance for creating and experimenting in those form of traditional media. Now think about your Facebook ad, okay? So maybe I create my Facebook ad within 5 to 10 minutes or maybe 15 minutes, and I start running them. And after 2 days, I realize, okay, this campaign is not working, and maybe the image is not good, the text needs to be changed. So I can quickly go to my advertisement editor, and I can change the text, I can change the image, and I can rerun the campaign. Maybe I can create a new version of the same campaign. So I can do a lot of creating and experimenting and testing over there, and so that I get my advertisement right. And for that experimentation, I don't have to pay too much of money, right? So I can make these kind of changes in real time. And then comes the analytics part of that. So you do a lot of tracking, you measure the data, you get to into reports and analyze and make the refinements in your campaign on the basis of that. So this is what digital marketing is all about. You need really good content. So content could be anything. It could be a written content like a small social media post. It can be image, a video. It could be a PDF or PPT, or it could be a webinar. So any form of these are the different forms for content. So depending upon your business type and your the kind of content which your customers are looking for, you can create any of these, or multiple of these in fact. And then you need to find the connections, the right kind of connections. So if you want to reach out to only the job seekers, so these are the connections that you should be targeting, and you should be trying to find people who are job seekers, which websites they visit, where exactly they spend more time, what kind of things they are searching or reading. And if you combine them both really well, you get the greatest of conversations, and that results into a successful brand story for any business online. Now, these are some of the measurement metrics depending upon different kind of businesses. Like for an e-commerce website, they might be looking at sales and checkout data. So how many times people purchase from there. Then maybe you have a, let's say, ticketing website like Book My Show and all. So maybe these guys are looking for registrations, how many people register on their platform. Then you have a community kind of page where you need more and more followers, so you can have a fan base. Then you are a bigger brand like maybe Coke or Pepsi, so you don't want to promote sales and all, you just want to build a strong brand, right? So a brand awareness could be your measurement matrix in this case. So likewise, there could be multiple things. Like if you're a blogger, it could be subscription to your blogs, right? And this is primarily the process. So I'm not going to get into the detail of this process. I'll share the PPT with you. But what I can tell you quickly is that digital marketing doesn't work in a way that you start selling to your customers in one single step. There are different steps which are required to acquire a customer. So you need a lot of nurturing from your content and campaigns. So maybe the one of the stages could be when your customer is not aware about your business or your product and service. So you need to make them aware, right? Then they start connecting with your business. So you need to think about acquiring these leads and prospects for your business, and then help them with offers, more knowledge about your product and service, and finally they will convert you into a customer. And once they are your customer, you need to look at the retention strategy. So how you're going to retain them so that they purchase more often from you. How many times you should be sending them an email or any kind of marketing notification, whether they can help you gain more referrals, or maybe they can give you more positive reviews. So digital marketing is almost everywhere. So you have to think about the purpose and the objective behind the campaigns, whether your purpose is to make people aware about your business, whether your purpose is to acquire leads and sales, whether your purpose is to help your existing customer base extend, purchase more products, or provide some referrals and reviews, right? So you have to identify the purpose, and then you have to see the right kind of platform like Facebook, LinkedIn, Google, etc. And also in those platforms, you have to identify the right kind of method. So which kind of campaign can help you achieve that particular objective. So this is what we do in planning our campaigns and identifying the steps in the strategy. I'm sure most of you would agree that a lot of marketing these days is about inbound marketing, not about outbound marketing. So everyone hates too many cold calling, right? So even we don't want to do that, and we never do that, in fact, with most of our customers and clients. So unless until somebody has inquired with our business, so we never try to connect with them, right? And nobody likes that. You don't want to be sold a SIM card, or maybe a credit card or bank loan, etc. So when you need that, you will definitely search for that information, and you will visit at this moment you will be a stranger for a company. So you would be visiting a blog or searching for certain kind of keywords, and maybe looking at some of the ads. And then you visit the website. Let's say you see an advertisement from ICICI Bank, and then you visit their website, and then maybe you make a call to them, maybe you fill up a form or something, and you become a lead for that business, right? And then their sales team would connect to you. They will send you emails, they will send you notifications, and then they try to nurture you into a customer. And finally, once you are a customer, and you are a loyal customer, you might provide some referrals, and you might like to promote their business, and maybe even purchase more, right? So these kind of things are also possible. So this is a very exciting time period in which we are living today. So most of the business is about building a platform or marketplace these days. So if you realize, all these businesses which are listed over here, whether it's Uber, Facebook, Alibaba, and Airbnb, they don't own anything. So Uber doesn't own taxis. They are connected with the taxi drivers and providers, and they are still the world's biggest taxi company. So this is how the new way of business is, right? And this is possible only because of the digital marketing. So that's why these things are likely to increase, and you will see the impact in most of the different forms of business, and any kind of product or service which you are consuming. They will have the online presence directly or indirectly, okay? And they're becoming bigger and bigger. So now, since we have talked a lot about what digital marketing is, so we'll be talking about some of the important certifications which you guys might require if you want to become a certified digital marketing professional. And our course would cover all of these. So this is one certification which we provide as a course completion certification for you. Once you complete the course and the training, and you have worked on our projects, so we offer you projects, we offer you some free tools and softwares, And once you go through that project, we will be giving you a certification on the basis of that, so that you can prove your ability that you have worked on these tools and platforms. And most of these tools are licensed tools. Okay, so if you start buying them, it can cost you maybe 70 or 80,000 rupees for one single month. Okay, so that's how expensive it is. So we are providing you an access to these kind of tools for the duration of the training. So if your training program is for 2 months, you'll get an access to these tools for the 2 months. Okay, and once you and we'll be assigning you some projects. If you want to work on your own project, you can do that. Otherwise, we will give you one of the projects related to our client projects, or maybe some kind of dummy projects which will help you learn. Okay, and once you do complete these things, so we will give you a certification from our end. Now, apart from our certification, we will also help you prepare for some of the popular industry certifications, and our course curriculum has been designed keeping these certifications in mind. So you have Google AdWords. This is a tool for managing ad campaigns in Google, what we're talking about, pay-per-click campaigns. So you can become a certified Google AdWords professional. Then you have a certification in Google Analytics. So again, our course would cover that and will help you clear that exam. So these two certifications are free of cost. You don't have to pay any kind of money for that. Okay. Now, Facebook also has a certification called as Facebook Blueprint. So Facebook Blueprint can be done by any one of you. And again, we focus on this during our course content. So they have 3 different modules. And yes, Google AdWords also has 5 or 6 different modules. Okay, so in ideally, if you want, you can have all these 5 or 6 certifications from Google. But to begin, you can start with 2 certifications. That's good enough for you to be a certified Google AdWords professional. So otherwise, you can go for all the 6 certifications as well. So likewise, analytics has a one single certification. Facebook has 3 different certifications, and they are actually paid exams. So there's a company called as Pearson's. You might have heard about them. So they are into a lot of things like book publishing and testing, etc. So they have a tie-up with Pearson's, and you can take up exam. You can enroll for the certification exam, and each module would cost you $75. So if you want to clear 3 certification from Facebook, you will have to pay $225. So it's not a mandatory thing. You can decide upon that, especially if you want to make a career in social media marketing. So this could be really, really important and helpful to you. Otherwise, maybe you can still continue without being certified. So that's your choice. Now, Hootsuite is one of the most popular social media marketing and management tool in the world, and lots of bigger enterprises and small enterprises uses that. Okay, so this is another tool and platform, and they also have a certification which is internationally recognized. So it's not only limited to India, right? So again, this is a paid one, and I think they charge you $50 or something for that certification. So we again cover that part of certification in our course. And then you have HubSpot. So HubSpot has certifications for content marketing, email marketing, and inbound marketing. So these are different certifications. So, and all of these are free. So HubSpot is the world's most popular inbound marketing tool, which is being used for digital marketing. Okay, and they have multiple things in one single platform. That's why they're most popular, and both across India and the globe. So you can become certified in these tools, and that's free of cost to all of you. Okay, so these are the different kind of certifications which we cover in this course. Now, in this particular course, we'll be covering both the theoretical aspects and the practical knowledge. So I'll be teaching you, I'll be training you on the tools and the platforms which we'll be using in the industry. And at the same time, I'll be helping you with the basic and foundation concepts. So maybe 10 to 20% of your content would be around the basic, theoretical knowledge. And the rest, 80 to 90% of them would be all about practical knowledge. And we'll be providing you lots of PPTs, guides, blogs, videos, and all, which can help you build your theoretical as well as practical knowledge, apart from the live classes which we'll be taking. Okay. So basically you need both of them. Now one of the ways could be you can become a digital marketing expert, wherein you have knowledge of each of the domains, and you start your career working on each of the domains initially, and later on you decide to become an expert or a specialist in one of the domains. Or maybe you can start working in one single domain, like maybe you can become a SEO specialist, maybe you can become a PPC or advertisement specialist, or you can become a social media or content marketer. So all these options are open to you, and there are lots of other variations of these work profiles and jobs which you can get. So even people have very specialized domains like email marketing. So for bigger company like Amazon, so they have a role which is limited to email marketing and all. So it depends upon the size of the company and the quantum of work which you have. So depending upon that, you can build an expertise in one or more of these modules, and then you can pick the domain where you want to become an expert and make your career. Like I think someone was talking about, so maybe Preeti was talking about specialization in social media. So yeah, I mean that's a very good option, and you can explore a lot of things in social media. It's not only about writing content, but there's a lot of things like you can build some concepts, what kind of images, what kind of message should go on board, and then you can work on the optimization side. Then you can also work on the marketing part, like making advertisement campaigns, putting the bidding amounts, and managing the cost, etc., and managing the results like leads, sales, conversions, etc. Right? So there's a lot of things which you can do, and you can have a generic approach, and you can even have a specialized approach. A lot of things would depend upon two important factors. One, of course, your ability and skill set to gain expertise in a certain domain, because each of these domains will have certain specific skill sets. And then of course the on the basis of the needs of the company, so what kind of employees they need, what kind of job profiles they're willing to offer you. So initially my advice is to all of you that you start gaining a little bit knowledge about each of these modules, and then probably become an expert in some or them, okay, rather than picking up one module initially and then maybe avoiding the other ones, because a lot of these things are interconnected. So it's always good to have a holistic knowledge first, and then choose your forte or job, and then build your expertise in that. So that's the way I recommend. And these are some of the popular tools which we cover in this course, and there are many others. I think Kweli will be sharing the curriculum brochure, etc., with you, and we roughly cover 30 to 40 tools in our course. Okay, some of these
Yes,
popular
right.
ones are listed over here. Okay, right. And these are some of the very specific job profiles. Like you can get a role in content marketing, you can get a role in marketing automation or mobile or social media marketing. So likewise, there are different kind of opportunities. Some of them are very specialized ones, and some of them are really generic ones also. And you can visit this link on this website called as payskill.com, and I think I'll ask Kohli to share that link with you. So they have given a nice details of what kind of job profiles are there in the social media, sorry, in digital marketing related to each and every profile, and you can also see the payouts, like depending upon your experience and background, like whether you're a graduate, you're an MBA, and how many years of experience you have. So all these kind of things will decide upon the payouts, right? So you can have a look at this link, and I'll get it shared with you after the session is completed. So that's it, guys. That's it from my end. Now I'm open to the questions and answers.
Yeah, so we can start with Kalpana if you have
Yeah,
any question.
Yeah, after completing these courses, or whatever the specific, like you said, have to select a forte. Like for me, I'm totally new to this digital marketing, and so I have to start from a scratch, kind of like I'm totally into a banking background.
yeah, I understand.
um, so um, so basic thing is like, of course, the companies who hire,
Hmm.
so are they only look for these certifications or the experience? Because it will be for us, like for me, if I complete the certification, and I'll be treated as a fresher because I don't have any experience in digital marketing. So what are the chances of company at this stage? Because I have already have an experience of 9 years,
Hmm.
and of course the pay scale will also differ. So
Right.
will it be more challenging, or I mean, how they will take us a fresher? So we'll be treated as a fresher, right? So that's what the main concern.
Yeah, so I think your concern is pretty valid. I won't say that it will not happen, and a lot of things, would depend upon how you negotiate with HR. So
Hmm.
you basically have to show them a relevance as per your previous background and experience, and then try to show them, okay, so this is the new competency which you have developed, in terms of the project knowledge, in terms of the certifications, etc.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. I won't say that they will treat you completely as a fresher, because they will see the experience part of that. And but at the same time, I would say that they would not consider the entire 9 years of experience. Maybe there will be a trade-off in between. Like maybe they will consider some part of your experience, and then
Mm-hmm.
they treat you as a one who is beginning in this particular domain, or and they will look at your qualifications also. So
Okay.
maybe let's say you have been into the job, and your previous package was, let's say, 10 lakhs or 15 lakhs. So I'm not
Yeah.
saying that you'll get it from the first day itself.
Yeah.
So maybe there could be negotiations like 5 lakhs or 6 lakhs or even lesser than that. That's quite possible. So
Yeah.
depending on companies, I mean, I have seen both the scenarios, Kalpana, so I really don't want to keep you in dark. So I've seen people who
Mm-hmm.
have started completely as a fresher, like maybe with a package somewhere between 3 to 6 lakhs, and then there are people who have started in the range of 6 to 12 lakhs also. So
Okay.
both the possibilities are there. A lot of things will depend upon how the companies perceive you as an professional, and value your experience and your new skill set. Okay.
Okay. The second question is almost similar. It's related. Like a few courses are free and few are paid ones, right? So like suppose the Google, I think the Facebook one, which
Mhm,
was paid and
mhm,
which is on a little higher,
mhm,
might be the, you should have a good knowledge on the digital marketing, and then you should do those courses.
mhm,
So once you do, so is it advisable to do all the courses, or just to pick up, like for, I'll just give my example. So I just told like 9 years of experience I have into banking.
mhm,
So now if I pick first, I should go from the basic one, or I can jump into the Facebook one. Suppose I pick up a Facebook blueprint, which has a three, I think you told there are three certifications under that,
mhm,
and I do that.
mhm.
So will it be advisable to do those kind of, or should start from the big, like the small ones, which is the more the basic one, which is
Yeah.
I think the start, the certified, the initial, what you said, the Google one, and
Mhm.
I think other.
Sure.
Um,
See, so in that case, what you can do, Kalpana, is you can go for the free certifications first. Just to
okay.
ensure that you're not investing too much. See, the
Mm-hmm.
course content would be covered by us anyways. Okay, so we
Mm-hmm.
will give you, we will guide you, we'll train you on each of the platforms, and the certifications can be taken by you anytime, like during the course also, and even after the course is over. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so that's possible. So now another thing could be, let's say if you're applying for a job specifically for a social media profile, you know
Hmm. Hmm.
maybe in that scenario, so having a certification in Facebook Blueprint or Hootsuite can actually help you grab that job. Okay, that's a
Oh.
very good probability. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but if it's maybe for a very open kind of role, like it doesn't say specifically about email marketing or content or social media, so it's
Mm-hmm.
only mentions digital marketing manager or digital marketing specialist. So
Okay.
you can always say that you already have these credentials, the free certifications,
Okay.
and you can always show your knowledge in these domains like Facebook and Hootsuite and all, and then you can tell them, okay, so I'm willing to go for the certifications. I have the knowledge,
Mm.
but yes, I mean, I was not sure that I would be getting into this kind of profile or not. So I think you can take a call on this, and there's the companies also understand that, because if they put you into, let's say, managing only advertisements, so
Yeah.
there's no point, they should be looking at some other certifications like these, right?
Yes.
So in that case, you can always start with the free certifications, and once you become confident and once you see that there are opportunities which are highly specialized opportunities, then maybe you
Yeah.
can think of enrolling in one of these.
To the higher one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So Deepak, any questions you want to ask?
Actually, I have the one question. Actually, okay.
Mhm.
Hello.
Yeah, sure.
So,
Please
sir,
tell.
first of all, sir, I want to start the own business. So, I want to start up the one with the affiliated marketing, like the Travelgo.
Mhm.
Okay. So, I want to start the tour package as well as the with the hotel. So,
Okay.
what's benefit for me this syllabus and how to what's benefit for the syllabus and project?
See, so in your case, we will not be talking about the certifications. Okay. So
Yes,
you
yes,
can completely skip that part, and you can focus more on the business side, like everything which we cover in this course, like whatever we have told you about, like let me just go back to this slide. So these kind of things, and the other modules also which we cover. So these are some of the major modules. So all of these have an application in business. Ultimately, even if you're working in a job, what you do is you are trying to promote someone else's product or company, right?
yes,
You're working
right,
in
sir.
a real estate company, so you'll be using the same methods to promote a real estate company and generate leads and inquiries for their business. Okay. So the same way you can build your own business, and talking about affiliate marketing and blogging, yes, you can do that. But affiliate marketing requires everything. So basically, affiliate marketing is all about finding customers. Okay. So if you have more customers who can buy product, and then you can get commission from them. So you have to find the methods of promotion. A method of promotion could be from SEO. It could be from a paid advertisement also. It could be from social media also. It could be from email and blog, and it could be from mobile or anywhere, right? So all
Right,
these are different promotional methods. So you basically bring traffic to your website or the third party website which you are trying to promote through affiliate marketing through any of these methods. So uh, let's take an example. You might be getting 100 clicks from the SEO, then you might be getting 200 clicks from the paid advertisement, and likewise you might be getting 300 clicks from the social media. So once you aggregate all of these, so you might get, let's say, 1,000 clicks. So now you'll be driving traffic, getting 1,000 clicks, and some of these 1,000 clicks would be getting converted into sales, and you'll be getting commission for those sales. So that's how the
R-
affiliate marketing works. So
right, sir.
so anyway, you have to learn all these modules, then only you'll be able to promote. Otherwise, what would happen, let's say if you only focus on social media or maybe email marketing, so you know only one technique to bring traffic, right? So you'll be driving
Right.
only through email marketing or only through social media. So you'll be leaving out the others very important sources of traffic. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So any other questions, guys?
So for other participants, I got information that they had to leave early because they had some other
Hmm.
engagement.
Okay.
They all thanked you for this enlightening session, and they are also asking for the recording of the session.
Sure.
So yeah, they got very good information, and they thank you for that.
Hmm. Great. All right. So thanks everyone. So I think that would be it from my end. In case if you have any questions, you can ask me. Otherwise, it's 8:40. I guess everyone has a personal plan.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Please go ahead, Deepak. You wanted to ask something?
No sir, actually I'm not asking anything, but actually was सर जो ये मतलब जो कॉन्सेप्ट था मेरा यही था कि मुझे अपना जो प्रोजेक्ट पे वर्क करना है.
बिल्कुल.
ओके. और वो मैं सर एक्चुअली मैं सर्टिफिकेट के लिए मैं डिजिटल मार्केटिंग नहीं सीख रहा हूँ.
हाँ
Okay.
मैं आपकी बात समझ गया। तो आप उसके लिए देखिए मैं क्या करता हूँ ना, जैसे मैं प्रोजेक्ट्स देता हूँ, तो अगर आपका खुद का बिजनेस है तो आप उस बिजनेस को एज ए प्रोजेक्ट की तरह ट्रीट करोगे क्लासेस में, और मैं आपको समझाऊंगा कि उसको कैसे स्केल अप करना है। जो भी चीजें हम लोग पढ़ेंगे यहाँ पे, सो वी विल लुक एट दैट। ठीक है,
Okay.
आपकी लर्निंग बढ़ेगी और आप वो चीजें आप अपने प्रोजेक्ट पे इम्प्लीमेंट कर सकते हो। राइट,
Right.
ऑलराइट। एनीथिंग एल्स कल्पना, एनी क्वेश्चंस?
No, right now nothing. I think I will think about it, and then if I'll
Sure.
ask.
So I hope the session was useful to you.
Yes, very much. Because I just know I have just heard about it. So now you gave the actually in and out of information
Mm-hmm.
on this.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll help me out to be more clear on I should go ahead and what has to be done and what not.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's great. All right. So thanks everyone for attending this session, and I wish you all the luck. So whatever you're planning to do, whether you want to take up a job or to freelance or your own business, right? And
Right.
Kuheli will get in touch with you. So in case if you need any information or any help in terms of the payment process or joining the classes, and also she will help you. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Now
Thanks.